Hello there, shortcuts. This is video 2. This is the rock and pop list. This will feature maybe the greatest Aussie rock album ever made, maybe two of the greatest Aussie rock albums ever made, an REM gem, some Pink Floyd, some Black Sabbath, Spiritualized, Moby Grape, and more. If you would like to know how to get your hands on any of the records on this list, have a check out at the end. I'll explain everything, how to buy these. All right, now I'm going to start with this. This is Eternally Yours by the Saints. First thing I'm going to note, you can see the little chunk cut out here. That is because this is the US first press of this absolutely magnificent record. Comes with the inner, and the vinyl is really nice. VG plus, has a bit of noise here and there, but it's great. Now, why is this such a good record? Well, Brisbane punk, everyone knows I'm Stranded, the kind of scorched earth rush of that record. And I know a lot of people think that's not just the greatest Aussie punk record ever made, but maybe the greatest punk record ever made. But the Saints are so much more than that. There is an absolutely incredible amount of amazing music that they made over the years, from Monkey Puzzle, which I really like, that power pop sound, to their follow-up to I'm Stranded. This is Eternally Yours. You've still got Chris Bailey's kind of cool detachment and Ed Cooper's really wiry guitar, but it is bristling with attitude, and the ambition is everywhere, and it is driven by these incredible horns that are tight. They sound like horns that would be played if it was Stax meets the Stooges. It's so cool. It is just, I love it. You get the songs like The Perfect Day, which is This Perfect Day, which is as good, I maintain, as anything on the debut. You've got Know Your Product, which is basically a mission statement, isn't it? You've got Australia. You've got so much that is everything that makes the Saints a great band. Now, this US first press is amazing. One of you know who you are, sourced me a US first press out of a record shop in Newtown a while back. By complete fluke, I found a second US press right about the same time, and that's what's up here on this list. It's so good. Just give it a go. If you haven't listened to Eternally Yours by the Saints, I cannot recommend it highly enough. And because I was talking about punk and that kind of just that feel, that genre, I just wanted to highlight this record, which is a little bit underloved, but it's been in my crates for a while, and I do love it very much. This is Mass Murder by All. Kind of descendants from that kind of post-punk DNA. It's Bill Stevenson, so Stephen Edgerton, Bill Stevenson on drums, Chad Price on vocals, out of Los Angeles. This is lyrics that dodge cliche, lots of kind of self-laceration. Of course, there's the downstrokes of punk, but it has that 90s kind of vitality. And the good thing about this record as a 90s first press is that, unlike a lot of 90s first presses where the record was too long, the music kind of sounds a bit rubbish on vinyl, but this is not. This is turn it up, listen to people bounce around your house. Mass Murder by All, and there's the label. Very, very underrated and fun record. Okay. This next one is not underrated. Those of you who know it, you know how magnificent it is. What I have never had, though, is this. This is the Japanese first press with Obi of REM's Reckoning. Look at that. How beautiful is that? This is REM in full jangle bloom. This is the Georgia Quartet just on an amazing run. I mean, obviously Murmur is great. I think this record is, I don't know if any record is as good as Murmur, but the fact that this even goes close just tells you everything you need to know. There's the inner, there's the IRS label. It's just great. And so you still have those chiming guitars. You still have that mysterious, murky Michael Stipe delivery. You still got the Rickenbacker sparkle. I mean, side A is ridiculous. Harbor Coat, Seven Chinese Brothers, Southern Central Rain, Pretty Persuasion. It's just so good. And then one of the all-time great REM ballads in Time After Time. Brilliant album. And that's the Japanese first press. All right, now, this is not the first press of this particular record, but it is the best press. This is the EMS 80322 press of Pink Floyd's Medal. This is the hard cardboard gatefold. It does not have the mottling and the kind of humidity impacts that you typically see. The obi is in fantastic condition. The sleeve itself is wonderful. The inserts are in great nick. It still includes, I'm going to read this again for those of you who haven't seen this before. So it's got this little picture, and then it's got this little booklet with the 4 band members, and then inside is this little message. It says, I can find it. Pink Floyd's music is the kind of music that sort of creeps up on you, starting softly, slowly, innocently, until all at once you're enmeshed in the most startling, sensuous kind of rock music. It's basically instrumental, and rightly so, as all 4 members are master musicians. When vocals are used, as on A Pillow of Winds, they become a striking counterpoint to the music. Standouts, 23.5 minutes of echoes, I agree, both of which allow space for David Gilmour's superb guitar and Rick Wright's electronic organ. A real treat. I just love that. It's great. Maybe up there in the top 2 or 3 best copies of this I've ever had. If you need a metal record, I cannot recommend this highly enough. It's all about echoes, so the vinyl needs to be great, and that's what this delivers. All right, I mentioned that there wasn't just one great Aussie rock album in this list, there were 2. How about this? This is the Japanese first press with obi, still in the shrink, of Midnight Oil's 10-1. I meant to say, this, can you see this where it says sample? This is the promo version that was sent out. It only sent, and I've been trying to dig into where these promo versions were sent. There were very, very few of them. I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the vinyl itself. Can you see this little stamp here? This is Japanese for not for resale. So Midnight Oil's promo of 10-1, still in the shrink with obi in immaculate condition. All right, I'm going to keep the obi magic going. Many of you love Talking Heads as much as I do, and this is a really interesting Talking Heads record in that, in many ways, it's their second soundtrack alongside Stop Making Sense. So I'm just going to pull this out. This is the Japanese first press with obi, and can you see the obi is integrated into the sleeve of I'm trying to remember, True Stories. Yeah, I was kind of having a bit of a blank. This is True Stories. So this is also complete with the little poster of the band. Dave Byrne, Chris France, Tina Weymouth, Jerry Harrison. Songs by David Byrne. This is not the soundtrack to the movie True Stories. Rather, this album contains Talking Heads versions of songs from the movie. In the movie which I directed, most of the songs are sung by the actors and will be available for separate recording. And that is the comment from David Byrne himself. Love for Sale, Puzzle and Evidence, Wild Wild Life, City of Dreams, and more. So that is Talking Heads, True Colors. All right, change of speed. I got some hard rock coming. This is the sealed version of Heaven and Hell that was released, I think it was, I want to say 2018, 2019. I'm going to have to dig it up. This, of course, was the first record that featured the mighty Ronnie James Dio. And, I mean, Sabbath positively detonated on this record. Neon Kings, Children of the Sea, Heaven and Hell, Wishing Well, Die Young, Walk Away. It kind of reforged their reputation, and Ronnie James Dio added his own flavour to the band. Now, what is notable about this particular version, can you see that there's a second LP? And that second LP has a bunch of bonus tracks, including a live version of Children of the Sea, 7-inch edits, a mono edit of Lady Evil, Heaven and Hell live, Die Young live, and it is still sealed. I never opened it. I just cannot remember what year I bought it. It might have been 2021, something like that. I'm pretty sure it was during lockdown. Anyway, for any Aussie fans out there, that is a bit of a treat. Now, I have another heavy rock record here that is of note. That is Power Slave by Iron Maiden. This is the Aussie first press, EMC 240-200. It is in lovely condition. Can you see how nice that vinyl is? The Aussie press of Power Slave. So this was, this is precision engineering of, kind of metal records at its most kind of harsh and metallic. There is prog scale here with, what's the final track again? Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner as well. Obviously starts with Aces High. That is a lot of people's favorite Maiden song. So really, really worth checking out, and increasingly hard to get nice copies. People have nice copies and they keep them. They don't sell them. They tend to sell their less good copies. This is a great copy. So if you love that record, well worth grabbing. Now, I mentioned Vinyl Me Please on the first video, the genre video, where I have a sealed copy of The Silver-Tongued Devil and I by Chris Christopherson, the Vinyl Me Please record of the month, CW25. Here I have two Vinyl Me Please presses. This is probably the highlight. This is the original pressing of Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are Floating in Space, which was on the Essential stream number 93. Now this, I don't want to take this out because I want to leave this as a surprise for the buyer, but this basically folds out like it's a big prescription, and it describes the records, which are in this kind of blue pill vinyl, as, medication that you have to consume. And you know what? For one of the greatest records of the 90s, I think that completely applies. This album has some of the most beautiful music I've ever heard. If Broken Heart doesn't get you, then I can't talk to you. If I Think I'm in Love doesn't hypnotize you, then again, I'm not sure what I can do to help you. This album is medication. It's so good. And of course it's trippy and weird, and with electricity, there's noise and there's all sorts. But it is a melange of everything that was great about music up to the 90s. And a lot of people think this is the best rock album of the 90s. And I tell you what, they're not. They could well be right. It is definitely in the mix. Last week, I had Going Blank Again by Ride, which is my personal favorite, along with Bandwagon-esque by Teenage Fan Club. But this would be in the top 10. And I think, as I said, a lot of people might well think it's the best. You know, tell me if you're into this record, drop me a comment. And the Vinyl Me Please copy's great. I'm actually going to pull this one out because it's a little bit easier. But I don't know, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to leave this as a surprise too. This is Raising Hell, Run DMC. So this was their rap and hip hop number 28. And this is, I can kind of just see it here, on green vinyl. This is maybe one of the great kind of rap rock crossover records. The vinyl pressing is wonderful. If you know this album, you know how lean and mean it is. It is well worth seeking out. If I had to choose a favorite rock record from this particular list, though, Spiritualized would run into some competition from this album. This is the self-titled album by San Francisco rock band Moby Grape. 30 minutes long. Every second counts. The interplay without showboating is outrageous. This is a UK repress that I have on my shelf that I've been looking for another copy on because I love it. And it is on the Edsel label, Edsel. I don't know how exactly they've made this record sound so good. It is superb. And the inner that tells the story of Moby Grape is wonderful as well. If you haven't dug into Moby Grape, I cannot recommend them highly enough. They're a little bit underrated in my view. You've got Omaha, you've got Hey Grandma, Sitting by the Window. Just a fabulous band. I have more Moby Grape to come, but I'm starting with this because it's really, really good. Watch out in subsequent weeks if you are a Moby Grape fan, or drop me an email if you want to know more about what's coming. All right. Well, how about an interesting piece of pop memorabilia? This is Jennifer Lopez's On the Six, which was kind of a late 90s club R&B pop kind of crossover hit, and it absolutely launched J-Lo as a pop star. You know, Rodney Jerkins all over this. There's a little bit of Latin, really hooky. Now you can see here, this is an exclusive DJ promo only thing that was sent out to DJs in the UK. So it says here, promo only, not for resale. Taken from the forthcoming album On the 6th. So you've got It's Not That Series, Open Off My Love, Too Late, Feeling So Good, featuring Big Pun and Fat Joe, Should Have Never, Talk About Us. It's in really nice condition. It's got some kind of pictures and bits and pieces. So there's the album that came out. Oh, what are you doing? And that's the promo, red and white. It's a really interesting artifact. So any J-Lo fans out there, there are not very many of these around. Well worth your time. All right, I've got 3 more records to go. I have another Vinyl Me Please. This one's sealed. This is Bright Eyes and Wide Awake, It's Morning, which was the Essentials number 115. And this features my wedding song. So anyway, I love this album. This, again, is lacquers cut by Cicely Balston at AIR, pressed on red marble vinyl listening notes booklet featuring Conor Oberst and Nate Walcott. And there's an art print, which is here, which is a live kind of snapshot of the band. Sounds great. Lovely album. And another example of why Finally Please not being around is so sad. All right, 2 more to go. I have this, I have the Aussie first press of Computer World by Kraftwerk. Another album that is really hard to get in good condition. This includes the inner, it's in lovely condition. Of course, this includes Computer Love, which Coldplay sampled. It's More Fun to Compute, Pocket Calculator. One of their classics. If you don't have a nice copy and need one, there you have it. And then following on from that kind of electronic records, I have a full-on electronic record to finish. Now this has been sent specially with some notes from Shibuya, because this particular performer is from Shibuya in Tokyo, and it is Cornelius. And this, look at this sleeve. It is like a mirror, silver mirror sleeve. It is absolutely incredible. This is a really kaleidoscopic record. It's a double LP. It's hard to describe. If you don't know Cornelius's music, you're in for a trip. This is cut-ups, this is samples, dubby dropouts, proper hi-fi ear candy as well. Critics love him, DJs love him. This was a Japan-only release. Look at that sleeve. It's really, really cool and interesting. If you like electronica, then Cornelius is as good as it gets. And kind of a really beautiful thing from Shibuya in Japan. So there you have it. Now, please, if you like what you've heard on this video, drop me a comment, subscribe. Tell me more about the Spiritualized if you are a fan, or if you like Cornelius, or any stories about VMP, please let me know. REM, The Saints. All of these records are for sale. If you would like to be on the price list, drop me an email at shortcutsrecordsaus@gmail.com, and I will gladly add you to my mailing list. There's about 500 people on there now. It's one of the largest private vinyl clubs in Australia and New Zealand. And I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.